Well, would you look at that? The Walt Disney Company and Lucasfilm are bringing back the Acolyte, at least the headlines, to try to market The Mandalorian and Grogu. We'll tell you why that's a huge fail right now. It's a great day. It's a wonderful day. Welcome back, folks, to the channel that brings your way all the headlines and news, even before the drive-bys get a whiff, a sniff of what it is we're about to do. As we dive in to the latest snafu by the Disney Company, click that like button, drop a comment down below, and you know it. When you click it, you stick it to the algorithms. It's the notification bell. Well, would you look at that? Never thought I'd see this couple back in the headlines, but here they are. Star Wars Holocron says the Acolyte has surprisingly re-emerged on Disney's top 10 TV show chart at the number 9 position. Oh, go Smilo Ren.
Their show's doing.
That's a great question. Smilo Ren, Amandla, with your little diss track, you're doing great. CBR is the source of this one. We believe it, right? And I said this back in return. Disney picks these themselves. They have no direct reflection of viewership. Now, how do we know that, folks? How do we know that this has nothing to do with actual viewers? Because if it did, Bluey would be number 1 every single week. And so we've been paying attention to this, and we've noticed that Disney will pick the shows. So, like, for example, there was a Lion King that came out, Lion King thing, and suddenly charting in the number 5 position was some sort of behind-the-scenes thing that nobody had heard of from the 90s. And we said, there's no way. We've watched this. Disney curates this list. It isn't like Nielsen. It isn't like Netflix. These are, whatever Disney throws out there as top 10 for the week, it's just picked by somebody at Disney. But Michelle, what's so funny about this is somebody leading up to The Mandalorian Grogu thought, you know what? This will really get people talking. This proves Star Wars is really something. And they put the Acolyte as their number 9.
All the things. You could have picked anything. You could have picked literally anything, and you chose this willfully.
I love it. I love it. Michelle, okay. How badly is this in terms of Disney misunderstanding the beloved nature of the Acolyte?
Yeah, this is kind of, it brings you back to Mean Girls, stop trying to make fetch happen. It's not going to happen. You can't make it happen. It never happened. But with that being said, on a positive light, I hope they bring the Acolyte back. Oh. I mean, it's a wonderful summer for Force of Light Entertainment. So I actually say bring it on. It would be wonderful, especially with the way algorithms have changed in the last several months on YouTube. Please, Disney, bring back the Acolyte.
We need it.
Wonderful time.
We want it.
We need it. I need that grift. That is grift cash. Straight up cash, man.
Bookend it with Starfleet Academy, and we're just going to call it a party.
Yeah, Starfleet. Yeah, let's get the dirty Starfleet back on the captain's chair. I'm really excited about that. Come on,
we get all 3 of those. So Acolyte back, Starfleet Academy, and then the 3rd season of Rings of Nobody Watches. Like that's a wonderful hat trick right there. Right
now, folks, let me read through this article, and I promise this could just be a joke segment. I mean, Lorne. I'll get to something serious, okay? I promise. I'm not putting you through this just for the fun of it, although it is really fun.
Yes, you are.
CBR. Lee Freitag is the author here, okay? And I want people to understand how effective Disney can be with the propaganda, even if in this case, they didn't understand at all what they were doing. Disney Plus's 79% Rotten Tomatoes sci-fi adventure series canceled too soon returns to the charts 2 years later. Oh, my. Lee Freitag says this. The Acolyte was set to take Star Wars in a bold new direction, exploring the High Republic. We don't get to say that anymore, folks. Just oblige me. Era of the franchise in a deeper way. 2 years later, the best the canceled sci-fi series has going for it is its charting on Disney Plus. According to Flix Patrol, the Acolyte has reemerged on Disney Plus's top 10 shows chart in the number 9 position. It's not the only Star Wars series on the list, as Maul Shadow Lord is the top spot on both top 10 TV shows and top 10 overall for April 22nd. Now, again, how do we know this is fake? Because Maul Shadow Lord never even appeared on Nielsen, never even appeared on Samba. What did? Bluey, way up there. We know this is just Disney saying, here's the top 10 shows we wish you were watching. And they've picked this. Lauren, it's confusing people like Lee Freitag. He just doesn't know. He doesn't know that this is a hand-picked list by Disney. It has nothing to do with viewership. It has nothing to do with popularity. And Disney, the poor intern who looked and said, how are we going to promote The Mandalorian today? Oh, I guess we're going to put The Acolyte in the top 10. People, it was a Star Wars show, last one we did.
So I agree with you that it's not in the top 10. However, I do think there may be a couple other things going on behind the scenes with this. And I think that if they did get pressed on it, that they would want to be able to say that they are seeing an increased number of impressions for it and give some type of statistics.
What is this, Parrot Analytics now?
Just hold on. The reason I'm saying this is that somebody called this out in the chat, and I happen to believe this is true. The only reason that the Acolyte ranked so high was because Disney Plus counts even seconds of watch time, and Acolyte would automatically play after watching Maul. You'll note that they did tie the Maul and the Acolyte statistics together in that story.
Wait a minute. Are you telling me, because I don't know this to be true, did Disney set it up where after the Maul series, the episode ends, it recommends and takes you to the Acolyte?
I have seen that as I am watching the show. Yes.
What kind of unnecessary suffering do they want to evoke on the world? Why would you do this?
It's an algorithm cheat. That's all it is. It's scumbaggery of the toppest notch, correct?
YouTube kind of does the same thing, though.
Yeah.
Right?
Send us to Ahsoka, not the Acolyte.
Lauren's right, though.
Bear in mind also that the news stories that are going on right now are that the pre-purchase tickets for The Mandalorian and Grogu are low, and they're also getting a bunch of bad press about Temu Star Wars characters in Galaxy's Edge. So if you were somebody, if you were somebody that was wanting to discredit the idea that the original trilogy is what people really want, then you would enjoy these stories being out, and you would try and manufacture a story saying that, see, what people really want is what Kathleen Kennedy was doing.
No.
On another front here, I want to disclose to all of you this story that I was telling you about. I want to expose Pro for exactly the kind of person that he is.
Oh, no.
Oh, boy.
When I joined tonight, it was right before we were about to go live because I was running a little bit late due to other things, and I popped right into the lobby. He put me alone up on the screen, and he says, Lauren, can you see the banners? And I said, yes, I can see the banners. He says, scroll down to the bottom one. I said, the bottom one? He says, yeah, scroll down to it. And it's talking about how the Acolyte has now popped back up on Disney Plus recommendations, and he just said, and then he went live. That's the kind of person that Pro is, if you want to know behind the scenes.
Look, Disney Minus has been such a spectacular failure, and they did it with the two biggest IPs they controlled, Marvel and Star Wars. And this is representative of what they wanted to do. They wanted to increase, here's the fancy word, representation and equity on screen. And in that effort, they failed because nobody was interested and everybody stopped watching. And look, Disney, which once controlled such a huge portion of Hollywood, controls less than 10% of overall streaming. You guys realize that?
Yeah.
How far they've fallen?
Oh, it's a terrible market share. I mean, they're dominated by YouTube. Lauren, I feel badly.
No, you
I
don't.
feel like
Did you lie to
You're
your
enjoying
whole
every minute of
audience,
this.
right? Live on air.
Lauren, Lauren, listen, this is sincere from my heart. I've got something that'll make it up to you, okay?
Sure you do. Let's hear it.
That do it?
You're just going to keep abusing it.
I
You do this because it makes you happy.
I feel like if
happy.
Maul can survive a fall down a shaft, then Vader certainly could.
The power of one. The power of two. The power of many. No! Now, ascend, my son.
I feel like we all
I
got
just had
shafted by Maul.
non-flashbacks.
Wouldn't it be better, Michelle or Kevin, whoever wants to take this one, wouldn't it be better to bring back the holiday special in the top 10 versus the Acolyte? Like,
Absolutely.
pick anything.
Absolutely. This is just pain for the sake of pain. I don't know. Maybe this is just a brilliant act of trolling. It's It's got to be anything other than what they're giving us, because I just find it so hard to believe that they think anybody believes that this is playing out the way that they want us to think it's playing out.
I want to
Can I just say
remind
this
it
very
ahead.
quickly, Lauren. I just want to say somebody in the chat said it brilliantly. Make the Acolyte great again.
Yes.
It has to be great at some point. No. Okay. Nope. You're right. Michelle's right. Bring it back.
That's
I need it.
predicated on something.
Can we put Zegler in season 2? I could use that too.
Oh, dude, she wants to be Leia. Did you see that story?
Have you seen that?
No freaking way. I'm making a video right now. What are you talking about? Zegler wants to be Leia?
Yeah, there's an
100%.
article floating around. Yeah, where's it at? Do you remember, Andrew?
Oh no, that's from 2025. We can't stoop that low to use that and pretend
Yes,
like
we
it's
can.
now.
Hey, look, I saw a bunch of Disney Solar articles this last few years. Come on now.
I just want to remind everybody that The Acolyte is the one show that they actually took steps to come out and announce that they were not doing any more of. That tells you how popular The Acolyte was. They had to preemptively shut off any speculation that they were going to inflict any more of this on the audience.
Before it was over, before the finale came out, they were like, "Hey, we just want you to know we're really sorry. we messed up here." Which is
that Plagueis did his best. Norman fell by staring into the camera.
was that worse than Starfleet? Did they? I don't remember now. Did Starfleet season 1 end, and then they made the announcement, or did they preempt the finale for the first season of Starfleet?
No,
It's impressive.
They announced it was canceled, I think, 2 episodes before.
Oh my gosh!
Yeah,
see?
they were hitting the exit button, and yet we're going to get season 2, and then they struck the sets. I thought that was fabulous. Now, mind you, they always strike the sets. Like, that's not an unusual practice. I'm just going to tell you, especially.
Yeah, but in this case, it was with propane, and they all had smiles on their face. So I mean, that was.
Hey, look, it's just like the Imagineers at Disney doing that to the Splash Mountain characters.
I mean, you got to culture. I mean, it's amazing to strike the set and then be like, "Hey, by the way, we're auctioning this sucker off. Anybody want some of this stuff? You want?"
after we set it on fire. By the way, is it okay for me to do this? Is that okay?
I don't know. What's that mean? Hey, okay.
It's okay. It's okay.
That's the okay symbol, or if you're playing circle game.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
Right,
also
that's
true.
the-
But if you put that on your leg, I'm going to think.
Yeah.
Why did we just get canceled from Brazil? What have you done?
I don't know.
What did you do, sir?
I blame Dan Vask. Okay, I blame Dan Vask.
Folks, we blame the Acolyte. It's never coming back. And the fact that anybody was tricked by it, Andrew, is what's amazing to me. That literally somebody thought this was real and ran an article on it. It blows my mind.
This is super easy to fix for all sides of the debate of whether or not these shows are actually getting watched and people are actually watching them. So I'm primarily a PC gamer, and primarily on Steam. Steam has heat maps and charts that you can see the active number of players that are playing a given game at any given time. And it is updated basically in real time.
You want this
Have
for
something
streaming
like
shows?
Have something like that for streaming shows, and then there's no more hiding. But the thing is, they won't do that because they want to be able to be very particular about what data they're actually using to come up with the numbers that they want.
Disney doesn't even like the
that'd be too
box
transparent
office
for them. But
They don't even like the box office being
that would
public.
fix everything, because I'm sure there would be some instances where people think, oh, nobody's watching that show. And it turns out, well, I guess at least a fairly significant number of people are watching that show. But then you're also going to get a lot of instances where, you know, these streaming services and the trades and all that are claiming that these shows are being watched by millions and nobody's watching them.
Here's the important thing to keep in mind. They don't want to show us those statistics, but they have to show the advertisers those statistics. And Disney does not come out and announce we're not doing any more of this show unless the advertisers said enough.
Well,
When the advertisers say you're not going to put this on anymore, that's when you get that kind of announcement.
why are we going back to the original trilogy? I'll guarantee you, if we could see the stats for how many people actually watch sequel trilogy movies versus original trilogy, it's got to be like 20-1. I mean, it has to be a ridiculous number. Now, we do have to wrap this up. Michelle, I want to go to you first, though, and last. And Michelle, this is your chance. It's all on you. convince Disney how much we need the Acolyte season 2 for reasons that don't have to be completely specified.
Well, I would argue that it was very popular because,
Amen.
Doing YouTube now as long as I've been doing it, certain movies, the John Wick movies, say for us, Godfather, there's these classic films or films that people love that get really good views. But you know what also got really good views that summer? Reviews of The Acolyte.
Yeah.
I feel this show's actually popular, Disney. You got to bring it back so we can all discuss it online together again in perfect harmony.
I feel like the only reason I'm entertaining this is because Michelle looks so good talking about it. So
Culture. Where is the boss right now? Hey, the boss, get the shoe again. Hit him with the sandal.
I need to see a sandal or a slipper fly across.
It could happen. Don't do that. Don't do that, Andrew.
It's always sad when one of these video ends, and yet it is the beginning of the wait for the next one to land. 4 times a day right here on the Pro Channel. And by the way, there's plenty more on our partner channels. That Park Place, That Pod Place, That Game Place. And go check out the original music we have on stations like Vacation Radio. We'd love to have you, love to entertain you. At least we'll do a better job than some of the current entertainment companies. Folks, like, share, subscribe, and you know what? Drop a comment right on down below. Share this out anywhere you go on social media. And until the next time, we have the honor, the pleasure of getting to spend time with you when you choose to invite us into your day to add the value that we hope to bring your way. We ask that you keep learning, keep growing, and as always, keep having fun.